Hey y'all, I hope you're well. Welcome to another episode of Healthcare Boulevard. This is a podcast where we shine more light on healthcare, and our goal here is to provide more options to people looking to choose healthcare as a career path, regardless of their background. My name is Sena Kakpomo, and I am your host and creator here. I thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Remember, you can tune in on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Without further ado, let's get into today's episode. I am here today with another amazing guest. Still on the track of pharmacy. I understand. I know I'm a little shy of interviews for you on this track, but work and life and schedule all has been a factor. But we are back. We are here, and I have Hanson on the mic with me today. He is a pharmacy student, also a friend. So you notice a lot of some of my guests or people in my network. Um, and so I'll give him the mic, have him introduce himself, tell you guys as much or as little as he wants to, and we'll take it from there. Heston, welcome to Healthcare Boulevard. How you doing?
Hi, Sinan. I am doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you, and thank you for asking. I'm
Thank you
happy
for
you're here today.
thank you for having me as a guest, and I hope I will be able to answer most of your questions and clarification that your auditor might have.
All right. I hope you answer all of them because there's a grading system. It's I like to give you an A plus, but no, I'm kidding.
I need those A plus.
You're like,
I need
I
those
did
A
not
plus.
sign up for this. Stop.
I need those A plus. This semester is rough. I need more
Oh
A
my
plus.
gosh, I bet. But
Yeah.
you're almost done. You're heading there. But tell us more about you. Introduce yourself to to the Healthcare Boulevard family.
Hi, Kabur family. Hi again. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Hans Chenga. My nickname is Hans Stein. Um, don't ask me how I came. It's just a friend who helped me get that nickname, and I enjoy being called by that name. So I'm from Cameroon, and I moved to the US in 2012, and since then I've been doing what everybody does in America: work, uh, have fun when it's possible, which is really rare since most of my time here has been occupied with education and school. I am getting tired, to be honest, and I can't wait to graduate.
I know the feeling. Trust me, I know the
I can't
feeling.
wait. I can't wait to graduate and be like, okay, let me go enjoy some vacation in Hawaii and all that. Um, how can I describe myself? I'm a social bird. I love entrepreneurship. I and a positive person. I think is one thing that characterizes me, and being positive and risk taker as well. And yes, that's a bit. I love soccer. Um, I love tennis as well. So if any of your listener want to play tennis one day, we can chit chat and see how we can do that. Um, yeah, I like going out with friends, club. You know, that's my thing.
like
I'm not
like
a good
like
dancer,
like
but
most Cameroonian young men and women, right?
yes,
Y'all are
yes.
known for your party, not to put your people out there or anything, but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. We I can represent them perfectly in that
I
area.
know.
I can represent them perfectly. So if
Listen, I don't blame you guys. My especially when I was back in Maryland, and even now, a majority of my friends they stay my friend, Cameroonians, and I give props to you guys. You guys can party from sun up to sundown and still be the A students in the class. So I'm in a little bit, I'm actually jealous of you guys. I'm actually jealous. I can admit that right here, okay? Because I'm like, how you party so hard and like can get all the material and getting the A plus, and I'm like out here struggling. But no, I mean, work hard, party hard, okay?
Yeah.
It's important. It's important to relax and enjoy one's hard work.
Yeah,
So
that
I am going to ask you. I know we have I wanted to go in a different direction just based on your introduction. Have you done anything as of now or in the past that are representative of your entrepreneurship, whether that's pharmacy related or non-pharmacy related?
yes,
Okay.
I've done, and I actually started an entrepreneurship I'll say journey by I am I not manufacture, but I have like steering wheel cover that
Mhm.
I decided that I sell on Amazon,
Okay.
and I started that last semester, end of last semester,
Okay.
and it's been I mean, with school I had to stop
Mhm.
when the spring started. I just couldn't handle that, but I loved it. The first couple of weeks was able to generate sales, and that selling the first product really was felt good.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Felt really good. and and yeah, so I mean, beside that, I also like I like investing in, I mean, in stock market, and
Mhm.
investing in real estate. Um, but much, I mean, in real estate, it's much more in terms of just investor. I don't I don't do I don't do really the dirty work.
Mhm.
Quotation
The
mark,
owning
like,
the building, managing the
yeah,
building.
yeah,
Right,
no,
right. Okay.
yeah. It's
Mhm.
more in terms of just bringing capital, and then the structure. Um, the company actually supervise everything, and then
Mhm.
every quarter, they just tell us how much we made and all that.
Mhm.
So those has been my two entrepreneurship journey,
Mhm.
sales and in as investors. Which investor size, I like that much better. And um but retail too, I'm gonna get my feet dirty pretty soon,
Mhm.
since school is over, and I have 3 months to kind of put a good system and that can run by themselves before
Mhm.
school start again. Yeah.
Right. Okay. It's all about system. It's all about system. And thank you for that. Um, and do you see yourself as a pharmacist once you're done um doing having matching or marrying your entrepreneurship with your degree as a pharmacist?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That's in the pipeline.
Okay.
I it's a it's a wide I have a wide dream. One is one is I'll say that again. Retire at 40 years old.
Okay.
Once period I'm done, retiring.
Mhm.
Just I mean, in a sense, I'm not working to anybody at 40 years.
Right.
Um, and in that pipeline of ownership, I think more in terms of, I mean, owning a pharmacy,
Mhm.
yes, but it's I'm working on something. I'm working on something in that
Mhm.
direction. Owning
Mhm.
pharmacy, owning a pharmaceutical company.
Mhm.
Those those are in the pipeline. Just where we're gonna how everything will plan out. I'm still figuring that one out.
I mean, much like everything else, it's usually hindsight is 2020, right? So, it's and there's no such thing as too big of a dream. So, if you don't dream it, you can realize it, right? So,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. I like to shine some light on things that professionals like yourself, whether it's pharmacy or what have you, do outside of their title, whether that's something that's making the money or something in the future or what have you, because no one person is just one thing. And I wanted to shine some light on that. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. Now, but I'm going really back. I know I went like totally off grill.
Well, we don't have. We can just go. Off.
We just chill it. We just chill
We
it.
can just keep it coming. It's
exactly.
fine.
But
One question leads to another.
let me ask you. You are in pharmacy school now. Where are you going to school right now?
I am a University of Kansas.
Okay. And when did you start? Like, what year are you in pharmacies?
I am going. Starting for the next fall, I'll be a second year. So I started like a year ago.
Okay, you started a year ago. So you have how many years left? Then 2 years left.
2 more, yeah, 2 years left.
Okay, all right, great. So what was your journey to this? Well, before I ask you that, why did you choose pharmacy versus other professions in healthcare versus MD, PT, PA, and so forth? Why pharmacists for you?
Okay, so I won't lie that MD, when I was younger, in my teen years, MD sounds, I want to be a doctor too. It was kind of in the pipeline, but I realized that I was not, and I was told, and I thought that med school is a lot of memorization. You just need to memorize a lot, and I'm not good at just memorizing. It takes a lot for me to sit down and just memorize and just regurgitate. I'm more easy if I have to do math. If I have to do math and physics and all those kind of things, it's much more easy. You just, yes, you still memorize. I think it's just the size of information that you memorize. It comes easy. And because of that, we had chemistry when I was 12th grade. I think it's here in Cameroon. It's a bit, we exposed to chemistry at a later time. So chemistry, I was passionate about it, and I was also very curious about like those medication, how I didn't make it out. And when I was looking at pharmacy, I was never really interested in the retail, like seeing the pharmacists behind the counter. That really never moved to me. Just not understanding what's going on of this medication, how they're able to make those. That is a question I had. When I was living in Cameroon. So medicines was just being because of my perception of the amount of work that it might require me to do, and I was like, nah, not really. So let's just do chemistry or pharmacy. It's kind of a bridge between both of them, and it's gonna be much more better. That idea, I kind of carried it along here, and that's medicine was not out of the picture. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. And now, as far as your journey to here, can you give us a little bit of your educational background? Did you go to high school here? After you did that, what did you get your bachelor's degree in? More importantly, did that help? So forth. Just give us spill the tea.
Okay, no problem. So when I got here in 2012, after I started in Maryland, at a community college, Montgomery College. Very in the DMV area, it's a very popular college. I don't think you can miss that. So and thank you. I would definitely thank all those professors that helped me out at MC. So I obtained my bachelor there, not a bachelor, sorry, associate degree in chemistry and biochemistry. And then I moved to Ohio at the University of Toledo, and to get a bachelor in medicine, in pharmaceutical chemistry, concentration in medicinal chemistry. And a minor in chemistry. Medicinal chemistry, in other terms, it's more like knowing how drugs are synthesized, just drug
Okay.
development and drug synthesis. So I major in that. And then once I graduate, I moved to KU, University of Kansas, to do a, a doctorate from doctorate in PhD in medicinal chemistry. So then after 2 years, I switched to chemistry, not chemistry, sorry, to pharmacy. That's in the landscape. That's my educational journey to here, to where I am.
Okay. I mean, I heard a lot of chemistry, like 90% of what you said was chemistry. so, so if I if I ever have a child who needs help with chemistry, I'll be like, go to Hans. Like, don't even ask me anything. Just go to Hans. You're gonna be the chemist of the block. Okay. Just letting you know now. So, and that's interesting, because most pharmacists I speak with, that is a differentiating factor, is while a lot of folks on the health field and healthcare field are not big fan of chemistry, they're doing maybe as a prereq just to get to where they need to be, but they don't enjoy it. But a lot of pharmacists actually do enjoy chemistry. So I'm seeing a trend here. You guys are the chemistry lovers, I see. But tell me, why did you switch from your PhD track to PharmD?
Okay. I switched because patient care was more I like patient care much more better than research. Those two, when I transferred to University of Toledo, I had pharmacy and research that I wanted to do. I wanted to do both. But I met an awesome professor, Dr. Amanda, and there, which exposed me to, what research is and how it's done, and I had fun, and I really loved there, and it prompted me to seek a PhD to be like her. So I always had those two areas in the back of my mind, and it was just a matter of then after my to be honest, at the end of my first year, it was really challenging of grad school. Like what I experienced research as an undergrad, and it was really different. It was really different, and I really, and then I was never like I was doing the program, but I was never at ease. Like internally, I was battling with myself pretty much. And at the end of my second year, I did not make it. I did not make it into, because you have like an exam. I did not make it to the end of to go to third year. So well, at that point, I still, had the opportunity, the choice to make between continuing, I just change school, just continue, or for me, or just fall back on the first, that patient care that I liked. And then I pursue the patient care side, which is just the PharmD, and that explained why I made the switch. I did rotation in a couple of hospitals before I applied to pharmacy school, and and clinical pharmacists at the hospital, I kind of witnessed them working and going over doctors. That day, the pharmacist there had had an order for a patient, and she saw like a mistake that the doctor made in the prescription that day, and I kind of like that. Just being that, I would say, detective, and talking, like, beside that, they were involved in other, like, stewardship for opioid and counseling patient at the end of when they're about to be sent home. Okay, this is the medicine you're gonna take. You gotta watch out for this, and this. These opioid drugs can be addictive. You gotta watch out for this. So that just experience, just, I liked it. I saw myself doing that, and fast forward, I was admitted to KU Pharmacy School. So
okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that, because I remember I mean, when I reached out to you, I had thought you were still on the pharmaceutical science track, and you told me you were in pharmacy, and I was like, oh, okay. So I really I appreciate you sharing what the switch was. On that note, though, can you give us a little bit more information as to what environment you'll be working in and what you'll be doing had you continue with the pharmaceutical scientist, the PhD, in that regard? They sort of compare the pharmacist and the other track for us.
Wait, we can't. You asking me? Can you rephrase the question?
Yes. Can you compare and contrast pharmacist and PhD in pharmaceutical science, the track you were on? Can you compare those two?
Oh, yeah. I can do that. Research and PhD and PharmD. In terms of, they, like, in terms of academic, academic wise, pharmacy school, it's very, like, things are very structured. Like, you go to class in the morning, you have the morning, go to class in the morning, and then you have the afternoon to go to work, and then you come home and study. But that's pretty much, that's your structure. That's kind of the schedule of a pharmacy student. But for research, the first 2 years, research student, the first 2 year, you have more, you take classes. You take classes the first 2 years, and then your third year, it's now you don't with classes. You just do more of research, more research than take a class. You might take an elective here and there, but after your third year, you don't take classes anymore. And that's in pharmacy school, you stop taking classes at the end of your third year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's at the end of the third year, that because the fourth year is more rotation until it ends. It's over. And that's not the case with the PhD program. So now, in the PhD program where I was, the tuition was waived. But the tuition was waived. Didn't pay anything tuition wise, and then you get a stipend. Yes. So once after school, you have to be in the lab, and you stay in the lab depending on your advisor, but you tend to stay in the lab more, like even after 6. You can find you can still be in the lab after 6, and some advisor will want the student to, if they want to study, to just stay in the lab and just study. So they're expected to study and do research at the same time. So you can study and then you set up a reaction work, and then once the reaction is done, you come back. You go and you work it up, and then you come back and study. So you're expected to stay a little longer. But for a pharmacy student, if you don't work in the hospital, you work in the retail, your afternoons ends. If you have to just maybe ends around 6 p.m. or 7, unless you decide to do you close when the pharmacy closes, pretty much.
Okay.
But so there's a time when you're supposed to go home, but the research, the time, not really. It's like you spend more time in the lab.
So it seems the PhD program is more self-paced, and it depends on the advisor. There's no like, okay, you take this many classes in first year, you take this many second year, take this many third year, and you go to clinical fourth year. That's not, the structure is not there, right?
Yeah,
so
the structure is not there.
So it allows a little bit more space for you to build your own structure as it fits you and the path you're going. Is that the advantage of that, in having less structure in the PhD?
It works better for me. I think it works better. Me, I like it better. I like that structure. I like it being in that structural environment. I just like it better. No, okay, this is gonna be, I need to be here at this time, at this moment, and then be off at this time. But I think it's kind of the downside, the downside of the PhD respect. You just have to work longer hours than normal student. Well, you get a stipend as well.
Right.
Which is the good stipend, but when you
it doesn't hurt, because I know healthcare programs will definitely cost you a liver and a kidney for sure.
Yeah.
As I like to say, that goes a whole lot. So a pharmaceutical scientist is essentially working with developing the medicine. No, this person as a pharmacist will be doing. Right. Okay. So you're spending a lot more in the lab, even after school as a professional. You're spending more time in lab and research and things like that.
Yes. So the folks that work in that 6 pharmaceutical degree, who tend to work for companies like Pfizer or Moderna, and what they will do every day is find a way to, for example, a medicinal chemist, which is what I was doing. Your duty is about finding new target in the body, like new location where the molecule that you would dispense will go and do its work. So that's what the med chemists do. So they identify those, we call it target, identify the target and design a molecule. So sometimes those molecules can come from nature, or they can design with the help of a software. So once they figure out, they conduct tests, and they identify a safe molecule, then the pharmaceutics, which do more in terms of the formulation, So
Mm-hmm.
is it better to have it as a solution, or have it
Mm.
as a tablet or capsule? So they work on that, on the formulation of the drug.
Okay.
Um, and then we also have like pharmacology. I said, yeah, those two like do pharmacology. They're more
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, identify the various target that where a drug can
Mm-hmm.
bind, and then and model it, and then they took it to. So that's the whole environment. And those folks, you never see them in normal pharmacy settings. Um, but you will see them in pharmaceutical companies and
Mm-hmm.
in their respective labs. Yes.
Okay.
And yet
That's
you do also have, I mean, pharmacists that decide to go and work in the research area of those pharmaceutical companies, or work in the um clinical essay, clinical development. So once the drug is, we have a safe drug, FDA has um approved. I mean, seen it as we have something safe, based on the FDA guidelines. Then you conduct clinical trials, and you tend to see also pharmacists in that area of clinical trials, and monitor patient reaction to new drugs. So
okay. How are you? I know pharmacists, I know you mentioned the PhD was tuition free. I assume like most pharmacists school you it's not tuition free unless you're
yeah, no, the PharmD is not tuition free. The disadvantage
that would
is
have been
most,
nice, wouldn't it? That would have been so nice.
yeah, it would have been,
So nice.
nice, which is I cannot. Well, yeah, it would have been really nice. It would have been a breakthrough, really.
Yeah,
For
yeah. But alas, it's not. But are you working right now as you're in school? And if
yeah,
so, what type of work are you doing while you're at school? Is it related to pharmacy at all?
yeah, it is related to pharmacy. I work at
Okay.
the hospital pharmacy, mostly inpatient. Uh, so I do that on right now on the weekdays, and then I also have a pharmacy online job.
Oh,
Get
okay.
yeah, yeah, I was shocked to know that it's out there. So so I
Please tell us more about that. Like for real.
yeah, pharmacists can work from home.
So what are you okay? So I heard I was talking to another pharmacist who, oh my God, I don't remember. I had to look at my conversation with him. He used a term um something something something, which I realized is not helping at all.
Yeah, it's not.
I know. I was like, dang, I really just killed that one. I just did it. I did it. But no, what's your title? I'm curious online. And what are you doing? What's the
Well,
uh
the online job, what we do is more medication management therapy,
okay.
and I think that's what we call it, MTM, medication therapy management. So what I do is I get in contact with patient, and then I go over their medication,
Mm-hmm.
and just make sure that they're taking them properly. If they are not skipping them, if they're taking them properly, and if the doctor prescribes something and there could be, and he didn't pay attention of a potential
Mm-hmm.
drug
Side
interaction,
effects. Uh-huh.
and then and side effect that can arise. So we go over the medication of the patient, and then all the medication list, and then just look over and see if there could be um, drug interaction,
Mm-hmm.
and if the patient his experience is having even some side effects, and counsel them on that. So that's what you do on I get to do from home. Yeah.
So in that regard, are you working with a provider's list of patients? Then,
Yeah.
okay.
We contract with insurance companies, and then we help the patient manage their medication better. Yeah.
Okay. Is this more, is there a group of patients this is more usually found in, or that this particular service is more useful for, like elderly, or is it just anyone, your patient group, is
Um,
anyone?
it's anyone is eligible, as long as uh you're part of that insurance. I mean, you're in that you have that insurance provider. Anyone is eligible, but I admit that most so far I've dealt with elderly people mostly, and yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're also in a lower category of people, younger, maybe, yeah.
That's very interesting, but I definitely do see the need for that. I wouldn't have thought about it until you mentioned it, but it does make total sense, especially in populations where traveling is a bit of an issue, and they may have issue with transportation and things like that. Instead of having to go to a pharmacist, they can get the help, and if they forgot the need for, I mean, the advice and counseling the MD gave them or provider gave them, that you can always subsidize that and reinforce that medication health and things like that. So that makes total sense. But wow, I wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. I
It's
really,
it's it's a COVID. I mean, it's been, I think, I mean, they've been around for a long time,
yeah.
for sometimes, but I got introduced to it during, I mean, this semester. I couldn't even imagine that something like that was out there.
Right.
Yeah, but it has
Right.
its value, when I see, I mean, how many, I mean, I mean, all the elderly population have so many drugs to manage, and that, yeah, that's challenging. Um, and yeah, there's definitely value in having someone checking, and I mean, calling, make sure things are smooth. I mean, running smoothly, and just also provide maybe alternative medication at lower cost as well. Although medications are expensive, so
Right.
but we do that too. Once when we see that we can substitute a medication and make it less expensive to the patient, we do that. We do, yeah, that recommendation. Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. And has COVID played any role in this particular uh field as a pharmacist? Has this online uh working online as a pharmacist, has that grown because of COVID and so forth?
To be honest, I've not done any research into that. How yeah, I've not done any looked into what could have been the impact of COVID in this area of pharmacy. Uh, but it's certainly something to look into. But I would, like anything that I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, to know that there has been some uh, more interest. People has gained more interest since a lot of people, I mean, even elderly mainly, were stuck at home, um, online pharmacy. I mean, dispensing you had during COVID, Amazon joined the online pharmacy where you just stay home and you order your medication from home and then get
Get
delivered.
delivered to you.
Yeah. So I don't doubt that more people got interested. I mean, got exposed to this to the counseling and management side of your medication from far. Yeah.
That makes total sense. How is your, this is always interesting because it's one of the things that I try to discuss with every special, every health field that I discuss on this podcast, but I'm leaning more towards removing it because it's so abstract and so it depends on everyone and so forth. But the question is, how is your work life / school life balance?
Work. I play it simple. When school starts, I don't have life. I do not have a life when school starts.
That's plain and simple, huh? So I imagine that once you're done with school, you are going to go crazy and just try to catch up with all the fun that you missed while you're in school.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling. And I will not blame you.
Yes, right. Yeah. You totally guess right. I will not lie. I will not lie. It's true. It's gonna happen.
I don't blame you. How about that? It is your right. I don't blame you. Like you said, like especially at this stage, like post any study post bachelor degree, by the time you're done with that, you're just like, my G, like it feels like you've been in school your whole damn life.
Yeah.
Which essentially you have, right? So
yeah, which essentially what I have done.
Yeah.
So once that is done, I'm like, okay, good. I've done my fair share. I paid my duties.
You're like, if I don't ever see a classroom again, I'm okay with that.
Yes, definitely. So most of the time during fall and spring school, credit hours, full time, like 16 or 18 credit hours. So if I get to work, I'll work less than 20 hours. So I'll work the weekends, maybe a day in the week. Weekends or one day during the week. So when I'm not at school, I'm at work, and I work for a few times, and that's the work balance. And anything else, no, I wouldn't have time for anything else, unless there's a little break, fall break. But COVID came and just slashed our fall breaks and spring breaks. We don't even have those, so it just goes straight. It's over.
Like I just want to be done.
Done. And once you're done, you have the summer comes. You take 1 month of your summer to do rotations, and then you only have 1 month, and up you go.
Up you go. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's my life balance.
It's what it is, but you know what? Once you are done, once you're done and actually starts working, I feel like it becomes more and more of a back then, and you remember less of the stress. I feel like a lot of folks who graduated seem to be like, oh, enjoy the school years. And I remember when I was in school and they told me that, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to finish this and be out of here, like ASAP. Like if I can skip this whole 3 years of PS school, I would do it. Like, in fact, since you miss it so much, how about you come and take my classes?
Yes, that's true.
But I've noticed everybody's experience is different. Even balancing, like even after working, I mean, sorry, after graduation, that period, and even once you start working, it's like you're so used to school and the structure of school, so that once you're done, sometimes if you almost feel a little like in a limbo, like something is missing, like it's Monday and I don't have any responsibilities. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, why isn't there a homework or something? There's nothing due. There's no test I have to study for. Like, what is happening? It's a weekend, and once you start working, the weekend is all yours. Like, what do you mean? I don't have to study. Sunday comes, I don't have to study for Monday test or something. Like, what is happening? For me at least, it took some adjustment. Now it's like, okay, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. This is what happens once you're done with school. I had to like
can't wait to
convince
experience
myself
that.
that it's true.
Yeah, no emails.
I know exactly. No emails from professors telling you what to read or nothing like that. You're like, oh, life is good. But yes, I am excited to have you and I'm rooting for you to be on the other side of that and be like, oh, I'm finally done.
Yeah.
But where do you see yourself working once you're done with school? Do you have any particular settings you want to work in?
Well, I do aspire to be a clinical pharmacist. So
Mhm.
hospital, work in a hospital or working in a clinic, I mean, top list number one area I want to
Mm.
go. And I mean, or working for a pharmaceutical company. Um, those are the two avenues that I foresee.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah,
Okay.
working.
Mm. And does either one of those require any added studying, any added education?
The 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 clinical pharmacist, yes, you're expected to do a residency, either
Okay.
one year or 2 year residency.
Okay.
Um, the second year is more like a specialization. Um,
Mhm.
and in that aspect, I used to like I still like infectious disease, but I don't know, like the heart, I don't know, sounds, I don't know, it's I kind of like it better now. I'm liking it better a little bit.
Oh
Dealing
my
with those
God.
propolol, metropolol, and
Right. All the laws and the pills and
yeah,
beta blockers, all the.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like them better.
I feel
Yeah,
like I feel like cardio might be more fun as a pharmacist than it is as a provider. I personally don't like cardio as a provider. And if you ask me why, it's particularly because of EKGs. I absolutely hate EKGs to my death. So
what?
I hate it. Like if EKG was a person, it will be my nemesis.
Oh my god.
And so I feel like I'm a little envious of you as a pharmacist because I'm like, you don't necessarily have to read EKGs to people to practice as a cardiology pharmacist, at least from my understanding. So I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, you
eh,
don't need it.
like what a life. I should have gone to pharmacist school. I joke. But anyway, but that's interesting. I'm excited to see. But you do have more, I mean, you have more time to decide on that. Um,
Yeah.
but the good question on that, since we are on in that realm, is if you, let's say you start with infectious disease pharmacist and you decided years later you want to switch to cardiology, you have to go back to school for that. Is that correct or no?
I think I doubt. I would doubt. I don't know the correct answer to that, but
Okay.
um yeah, I
Or
really
maybe you
doubt.
can just like do like on the job training since you essentially are like have
Yeah,
no.
I that would be my guess. And
Mhm.
I, from what I've seen in some hospital where I interviewed, um like the pharmacists usually they're more like general pharmacists. I mean, general clinical pharmacists. They didn't do a second year, but they will serve in different areas. Like okay, and just you do take like there's another certification for pharmacotherapies that you take.
Mm-hmm.
But they were they could work else. I mean, any other
Anything.
places.
Okay.
And I guess you just if you want to switch, you just if the opportunity arise and just
Mm-hmm.
learn more about what medication you will. I mean, what disease state you will encounter and what medication will best.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, that would be my guess.
Okay. Okay. And then do you plan on getting any doing any residency or fellowship? Um,
Um, Residency, yes,
okay.
yes, it's a path. I mean, after you're done, if you want to work in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, that's definitely is an option. But
Okay.
I
All
need
right.
to get ready for it.
Right. I know. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I know.
very.
It really puts you through the ringer, like especially in the health education system. It should just be called the stress education system, but we do it anyways.
Yeah.
We do it anyways. My
Anyway,
last question for you is a general one, and that is, do you have any words of advice or inspiring words for any future pharmacists or even people who are your level who are just struggling or so forth?
um, people that are my level, let's start. I mean that and struggling. Um, I mean COVID. Was for me. I struggled the first. I mean the first semester.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think it was more because of COVID. There were no social, real social network.
Mm-hmm.
And coming from a different program, um, my previous social network was just went on the back burner. Like we hardly had time. We just talk on the phone and blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was missing. But fortunately, the next semester I connect with one or two friends and we and it helped. It really helped in areas. I mean, in labs where you had to do like counseling, which I was not not accustomed to,
Mm-hmm.
and then just having someone else that I will practice on a regular basis, and it made things easy when we have a test and I have to counsel a patient and on something that made life much more easy.
To have a
In-
practical experience.
yeah, having
Mm-hmm.
someone to study with really make a big difference. And I before pharmacy school, I I would study. I would go. I mean, just lone wolf. I would study by myself most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Study by myself group, but I realized that just group where you can't do it by yourself. In this program, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta be. It needs to be that group that you form.
Right.
Um, so my word of advice, if someone's struggling, I mean, school like me, the same level as me, is just maybe get a group if you don't have one,
Mm-hmm.
and that can be a game changer. And then rely also on seniors and how can ask them what and how they overcome a challenge that
Mm-hmm.
you face. Um, and now for upcoming the ones people who ones aspiring to be pharmacists, I first they certainly hear that there's no jobs in pharmacy, the market is that. It's true. I am not in the market yet. Um, but what I'm seeing now is that there are opportunities, and
Mm-hmm.
the opportunities maybe not in, I mean, maybe few opportunity in the retails, but
Mm-hmm.
I do recall, I mean, friends of mine that I went to school in University of Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
They now in pharmacy, they managed to get a job in retail pharmacies, and some are managers now, assistant managers of the pharmacies. So there are opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Do not get discouraged by that rhetoric.
Right.
Um,
Right.
um, Now in terms of financing the school, one thing I wish, I mean, I kind of not, I wish I had done more in depth. I knew what was up, what I had to do in terms of instant residency. If you planning to go, if you apply to school and you got accepted elsewhere, that is out, I mean, out of state.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like make sure that even before you apply, make sure you know how the institution process work.
Mm-hmm.
Like make sure you 100% know how you can get institution.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my mistakes, I assume it was going to be as easy as it was in Toledo, University of
Mm-hmm.
Ohio, University of Toledo in Ohio. Here in Kansas is really hard.
Interesting.
It's
Mm-hmm.
they they do say, I mean, you go on the website, you read blah blah, but the people it's just hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like to get insight once you move here for education purpose.
Okay.
That just once you come in the system, you will come from elsewhere. Boom, they just
Mm-hmm.
blacklist you. I think it's just that blacklist you
Mm-hmm.
into out of state. So it's important to know how you can gain institution um, at the institution that you apply to, because that will save you. I mean, half of your tuition,
Right.
um, and um, that's what I would say in terms of financing school. Now, if you get on the side that you need the loans, um, it's important to not, take loans that to finance a luxury lifestyle that
Mm-hmm.
you don't have you don't
Mm-hmm.
have. Take a loan just for uh, um, the school. I mean, to pay the school
Mm-hmm.
and pay extra stuff, but just limit yourself to that, and uh, yeah, pay. There is this HS. Let me Google that thing. HPSL. Okay, the health. There's this loan, health profession student loan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you get to, I mean, if you want, I would highly recommend people to look at. I mean, future student or even the ones that to take a look into this government loan.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rates like 5%, 5.45%
Right.
interest rate, and also you have, I forgot the details, but you have more the grace period once you finish school. It's more it's longer.
Than the regular six
Yeah,
month, I say.
than the regular 6 months, and I yeah, that's one thing to consider for
Mm-hmm.
sure. And yeah, that's in terms of how to pay and where to, yeah, pay attention to the loans. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the rate, and unfortunately, once you're in grad school, you don't get the standardized and uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, subsidized loans anymore. You just get
Yeah, they
those.
consider you to be big boss now. And you're like, well, more like big boss in debt, but okay.
Yeah,
Like,
because
yeah, like, I mean, big boss debt. Like, I don't want to be big boss debt. Like, what are you talking about? You know?
yeah, they consider us as big boss. Yeah, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and I think if I'm not wrong, this one is subsidized. The HBS
The health
professional
health
student loan,
center.
yeah,
Okay.
it's subsidized, and
Okay.
that's why I always go first with this one before seeking the subsidized loan
Mm-hmm.
later on. So, and if someone is aspiring, is curious about drug development, um, I will recommend him to, and he likes pharmacy as well. I would 100% recommend him to start with on the PhD track. Not the PhD track, sorry, the PharmD track.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I had to do it,
Over again.
redo it, I would. That's what I would do different. I would
Okay.
start with the PharmD, and yeah, and then later on seek the research, because you can always once you're farm, you can get to the other side of research, no problem.
I see.
So that's what I would recommend someone to do.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, I also want to say that when you choose a career, your heart, I think, is never wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never wrong. And the day that once I started school, I did not have any like challenge in my heart. Like, I felt like when I started pharmacy, it was like all the worries that I had, or the question or the fight that I was having with myself, like trying to quiet down like the voice. I was like, that did not that
It
like
just
it
makes more
ends.
sense, and it was
Yeah, it everything ends. I'm just quiet, just going there, and then peaceful. So your heart, if you have two profession that you don't know which side to go, I would just recommend the person to go with where your heart is. Yeah, that go with your heart, and then later on you can
up to it.
follow your curiosity. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time and chat with me and share this with our great audience here at Healthcare Boulevard. Again, this is soon to be Dr. Hans joining me today at Healthcare Boulevard, and we are going to clock out. I don't know why I said clock out. I'm telling you. We're going to end it here, since I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. So we're just gonna say we're going to end it here. Thank you again. Please share this with your lovely people who may enjoy it, and y'all have a beautiful and restful weekend. Bye, Dr. Hobbs.
Bye.
All right, that's all I have for you today. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you. Please subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share. And stay blessed. Bye.